Guys, we did it. 50 subscribers. Listen, I appreciate the likes, the comments, I appreciate the subscribers. We hit 50, and like I said in another video, if we hit 50, I was going to give a $25 gift card away. I'm going to do that. In this video, you have to like, you have to subscribe, and then you also have to comment on the video as well too, and I'll be picking a winner from that, and I'll be letting y'all know who won. And like I said, I really appreciate y'all liking, subscribing, commenting on these videos. It means a lot to me. It helps me grow. It helps my channel grow. And like I said, you help me out and I'll help you out, guys, okay? Listen, it's Saturday, all right? If you're at work, you might be watching this on your lunch break. If you're off, you're doing that, you might be blowing the yard, which I'm fixing to do in a little bit. Listen, let's get into today's video. It's going to be about NIO. I've had this company in mind back in May when I first started my portfolio. I bought into them around June, and then I sold them off because, like I said, I was new, I was green. As the channel says, Mr. Don't Know It All, I had no idea what I was doing, okay? And I'm learning as we're going. You know, people in the comments want to say new. Okay, cool. That's what the channel says, Mr. Don't Know It All. I'm learning. You're learning. If there's something that you know that I don't know, please tell me. You know, I had one of the comments tell me, hey, Thomas Healy's going to be on Fox News Monday. I hadn't seen that news yet, okay? That's the thing about a community. That's the thing about the comments. Let us know what you know. You know, we're researchers. We'll look at it and verify and make sure it's correct, and we'll put it on a video, okay? We're here to help each other out and not to bash each other, okay? So hey, let's help each other make some money. What's wrong with that, all right? So listen, let's get into the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment on this video as well too, because that's how I'm going to be doing the giveaway since we hit 50 subscribers, all right? Appreciate it, guys. All right, guys, let's get into NIO, okay? This is basically the Tesla of China. This is the biggest competitor in China as far as electric vehicles. They got a lot going on over there, a lot of sales, a lot of revenue going on. As you can see, when I was telling you earlier, I bought them at $5.60 a share. I bought 5 shares, and then I turned around and sold it a couple of weeks later. Again, that was when I was new, I was fresh. I'm still new compared to a lot of people, but I really didn't know what I was doing back then. But this goes to show you, it really doesn't matter if you're investing $5, $20, $30. You don't have to invest hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get into a company. You can invest, you know, $28 to get into something that was cheap, $5.60, and now it's worth $21, right? You can invest little by little and keep adding to your position. You know, if the play doesn't work, you can sell it out. If you feel and read and understand the companies, keep it for the long term. This was when I was just literally putting a couple of bucks here, a couple of bucks there, and not doing my due diligence of researching and knowing the company. That's the big thing to understand, that it's your own due diligence, it's your own research. We're all trying to help each other make money here. So just do your research, see what the company is about, and don't worry if you don't have hundreds of dollars to invest. Start off with $10, $20 and put that money in, and you'll see it, you know, grow if it's a good company. Just do your research. So this is the next company that I'm looking to invest in, and this right here is probably going to be shares that I'm going to be buying in. I'll be looking into some options later on, but right now I'm going to be looking to buy some shares in NIO. So if we look at the stock of NIO right here, right now it's red. It's you know, down 2%. But if you look at the 5-day mark, I mean, look at this. Look at this sucker. I mean, it hit, you know, $22 and literally just September 28th, like a week and a half ago, it was $18. 6 months. That's when I was, you know, buying it at $5.60. So it's grown tremendously for sure. The biggest reason why is because, I mean, they're making great cars. They're making, from what I read, luxurious cars as well too, that they're really nice inside. Not that Tesla isn't, but when you look at Tesla, it's not the most luxury car inside compared to like a Mercedes or a BMW or something like that. They're nice, don't get me wrong. They're nice, but they're not the, you know, most luxurious cars that we have here. And from what I'm reading from the reviews, is that their cars are really, really nice over there in China with NIO. But you know, in the third quarter, I mean, you're looking at 154 increase, okay? And then year over year, you're looking at 133% growth as well too, just because they're delivering. Not only they're, you know, they got big news, but they're also delivering on those news, okay? Are there S6 3200, ES8 1400, and then the new vehicle that they just came out with is the EC6. It's 16 that they delivered. Now I'll show it to you now. This is a newer one. This is what it looks like. This is what the electric vehicles in China looks like. They're very nice inside. And if you see this little sucker right there, that's the Know Me. It's like a little emoji Siri, which literally controls your sunroof, your windows, your maps, your air conditioning, anything you tell it to do. Hey, you can tell it take a picture, and it'll take a picture of y'all inside, which is pretty cool. And basically just keeps you hands free from driving, and that way you're not getting distracted. You're literally just talking to them. But like I was saying, I mean, to me, this looks really, really nice. I know Tesla's nice inside, but you know, when you look at the Model 3 of Tesla, it's basically just one slap of a screen and that's it, nothing else, right? This one to me looks a little bit more luxurious than Tesla. Now listen, I'm a big Tesla fan, okay? But this right here, I mean, look at this. This is really, really nice. Like I said, from this right here, the videos that I was watching, this was angled at the driver. Right here is angled forward, so I'm not really sure if this swivels or not. But at the video that I was watching, it was actually angled towards the driver, which I thought was pretty cool. If it swivels, if the passenger's talking to it, and the sucker just turns and looks at the passenger. But that's, you know, things that they're coming out with as well too. Like I said, that was the new one that they just come out with. This is the ES8, a little bit bigger, you know, SUV cross that it looks like right here. Look at this. That is pretty legit. That is nice, you know. And they're talking about, you know, if you read articles where NIO's saying, hey, we want to be a global brand, you know, we want to be in the United States and all this. They didn't give a time when they're thinking that they want to do that. It'll be huge competition with everybody else, with your Jaguar Electrics, your Mustangs, your Teslas, and Lucids. They're coming out, but you know, with Trump and having the problems with China, who knows if that's ever going to happen. But they also have the NIO Pilot, basically like the Tesla, but I think Tesla's still ahead as far as the autonomous driving, because the NIO Pilot, all this literally just came out recently with their newer software, over-the-air software updates. So I still think Tesla's above and beyond what they're doing. And then the biggest thing to know, before I tell you that, let me show you this other one. This is the Fast and Further. This right here, the 610 kilometers, I think that's about 360, 370 miles. So that's how far it gets on a charge on there. So very, you know, comparable to what Tesla provides as well too. But all of them, like I said, look really nice inside. I really like the interior of the cars as well too. But the biggest thing that I believe that they're beating Tesla with and other EVs is that they have that you can swap their batteries. They let you swap the freaking batteries under 5 minutes. I mean, to me, that's ridiculous. So it tells you that they're introducing a battery swapping plan that makes the price of an electric car $10,000 cheaper. Okay, and they're saying that the reality of this happening in the United States will be, you know, too big because of the infrastructure that they have to build. But yeah, so you basically come up to one of these power stations and they'll swap your battery. You can even buy the car without the battery's not included, to make the car cheaper. But you basically just pull in there and, you know, a 70 kilowatt hour pack, you're swapping that and it'll cost you about $142. Or for those who don't want to swap batteries but still need the pack, that'll be $12 a month as well too. So that is huge, that instead of just basically, you know, doing that, you can just go and swap batteries. I think they've swapped up 500,000 battery swaps, which is a tremendous amount. I think that is something which is unique and new and something different from what other companies are doing as well too. And here's another big difference as well too, is that they have a NIO Power mobile bank. Basically, if you run out of power, you just call them and they'll come up to your vehicle and just, you know, charge you up. Basically, like those little battery packs that the cell phone stores sell for your cell phone. They have this for the car, so I think that was pretty legit. The other big thing, like I was saying earlier, you got NIO and Li Auto, but NIO is the biggest one in China by a pretty big margin, not only by deliveries of cars, but also by revenue as well too. NIO's revenue is 5.9 billion yen, or, you know, the China currency, which is I think about almost $800 million here in the U.S. Li Auto's, theirs was 2.7 billion the first year. So yeah, so I mean they have competition, but they're still way ahead of everybody else in China. And I know that I read they also have a big plan to put 30,000 charging stations as well too. So they're growing fast, and I mean that's why you're looking at this big growth as far as the stock market. You know, just going from the 5 day mark where it goes from $18 to $21, $22, and it's a healthy incline. I mean, as you can see, I mean it's healthy going up, and then it spikes a little bit, drops down, but then it stays right there. You know, it doesn't really drop down lower than their low after they spike down, right? It stays above that 11, spikes up again at 20, and then again it stays lower than the low, which was 11. So what you're looking at, like I said, I'm not a big, I haven't learned the charts yet and how to read them correctly. I'm learning as we go. But this right here looks very good as far as a healthy climb. It's not just jagged up and then down and up and down. It's very healthy, which I think is a very, very good thing in my opinion. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm learning these things as we go. So this is going to be my next big investment as far as the next EV company that I'm going to invest. I wish I could put a ton of money on like Tesla, but Tesla's so expensive. Their options are so expensive. I think NIO is a good one. With the Li Auto on my Webull, when they first came public, I bought like 10 shares of that because Robinhood wasn't able to open that up, and that's when I was first getting started as well too. This was, I think, around July, and so that's why I went on Webull and bought them, and I lost. I think I bought them at 18, and then they went down to 16. So I was like, oh, whatever. So I'm not even focused on that. There's a few other plays that I'm looking at, but this right here is probably my next play as far as shares that I'm going to buy, and then I'm going to look into options. I really like the company. I like their interior. I like their battery swapping technology as well too. I just like what they're doing, and the biggest thing is that you also got to love the numbers. I mean, you got to think about this. I mean, they're growing, year over year, quarter over quarter. They're delivering the vehicles. They're having healthy increases on their price. Stock is not jumping dramatically up or down. So I think it's a very, very good company to look at. The Deutsche Bank also has changed their position on them this week, saying that they love their technology as well too. So I mean, they're a great company to look at. If you haven't looked at them, I would definitely do some research and see if you like the company, see if you like what you're researching, and if you do, invest some money. Like I said, you don't have to start off with hundreds of shares, hundreds of dollars. You can start off little by little. Just be patient. That's the biggest thing that I've learned throughout this whole time, that I wasn't patient. I bought and then I sold. The same thing with Diamond Peak Holdings, with Lordstown. I did that as well too. But I'm learning as I go, and I want to pass that on to you, that all you have to do is just be patient, learn, do your research, do your own diligence as far as what you feel like your selling point is and what makes you want to sell, instead of just selling because it's not moving, right? And that was my biggest thing. But I mean, yeah, guys. I mean, I think it's a great company. I think it's a very, very competitive market with everybody else that's coming out with electric cars. But I think this is the closest thing to Tesla that we have right now. I mean, I know the Lucid is coming out, but I mean that sucker's what, $130,000-$120,000 for their vehicles. I mean, that's expensive, But yeah, this is what I'm going to be looking at investing, and I want you to look at your own research and decide on yourself as well too. But I would definitely be making some purchase of this very soon, hopefully as soon as this Shell, or now, see, I'm so used to calling it Shell, but HYLION, HYLN, goes through and finally either picks up here next week. But yeah, this is my next play. Hey guys, I appreciate y'all watching all the way through the end of the video. Listen, comment down below. Let me know what you think about the company. Let me know what your position with NIO is, what your shares are, your call options, what you think you're going to be doing in the near future with them as well too. I appreciate the likes, the comments, the subscribers to this channel as well too. We got to 50 really quick. We're going to be doing the $25 gift card. You got to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. I'm going to be picking the winner from this video. And listen, the next step is going to be 250 subscribers. That's when we're going to get the next giveaway, okay? I really appreciate y'all watching and subscribing, guys. All right? Lights out.